guys, today we are making cassava bread, also known as Kwanga. Some people call it baton de manioc, some people call it bobolo. So whatever you want to call it, that's what we're making today. So I left my cassava in the water, covered up for 7 days, but you can leave it for 3 to 4 days. It's up to you. So as you can see, it's all soft, and right now I'm just gonna start removing all the roots and everything that's hard inside the cassava. Okay, right now all you gotta do is just mash the cassava with your fingers, just smoothing out the texture, making sure there's no roots left inside, removing anything that does not belong in there. Just mash it with your hands, just like that. As you can see, the more I mashed it, the more the texture got smoother. So you can add a little bit of water to just help you mash it better. And this is just all the roots that I removed and all the hard cassava that wouldn't get soft. This is all that I removed. So this is all the dirty stuff. And over here, we're going to start blending our cassava. So you're going to take it and put it in your blender. And we're going to start blending it until we get a smooth texture. You can add a little bit of water if you feel like your cassava is too thick and it's not blending right. You can add a little bit of more water. Now after blending it, you can see our texture is very smooth, a smoothie texture. That's what you want to see actually when you're done blending it. Now I'm just gonna take my bag, my Kwanga bag. My father bought me this Kwanga bag from back home, but if you don't have a bag like that, you can always use a kitchen towel or a cheesecloth. It would do the same job perfectly. So at this time, I'm just pouring in my cassava so I can just drain all the water out before I start making it. We need to get all the water out because otherwise your cassava will be too soft. So that water has to come out. Okay, as you can see, I already put my cassava in my bag and the water has already started draining. So at this point, you're going to put your bag or your cloth or whatever you're using on top of something that would allow the water to drain, to come out. As you can see over here, I had a little hard time trying to put it on there because it won't sit. So I grabbed another little basket that I have and I will place it on top where my cassava will actually sit. And you can see it has holes. So you have to have something that has holes that will allow the water to drain. Otherwise, if you don't have anything like that, you can actually hang it somewhere and let the water drain that way. As you can see, I got these books over here. My kids' book, confinement books, and we're gonna use those books I'm gonna put on top of my cassava so that pressure will squeeze the water out. It took my cassava 2.5 hours for all the water to come out, But if you have a bigger batch, it will probably take longer than that. So if you have a bigger batch, it's safe to leave it overnight, so just to make sure all your water is drained out. Now I've taken out my cassava out my bag. All we're going to do right now is just squeeze it, making sure all the lumps and bumps are out of the cassava, and our cassava has a smooth texture. And if you have a rolling pin, it would be a great idea to use it because it will really help you flatten out any lumps or bumps in your dough. It will be a great help. So if you have it, go ahead and use it. Okay, after kneading our dough like this, we are going to split it in half and we are going to boil the other half. So we're going to have a cooked half and an uncooked half. You get what I'm saying? One half is going to be cooked and the other half is not going to be cooked. So right now I'm just going to put the other half inside this plastic bag right here and just close it just to make sure there's no water going inside. And then I'm going to take a piece of aluminum foil and just put it inside my pot, so when I'm boiling my cassava, the plastic will stick inside the pot. So just like that, we're gonna put it on the stove and let it start boiling. And after when it starts boiling, about probably 10 minutes, you can open up the plastic and check. And when it starts to look like a light yellow on the edges, just like that, that means it's ready to be taken out. And right now, I'm just gonna take the uncooked cassava and just flatten it out, and take the cooked one, the partially cooked one, and put it on top of it. And this is when we're gonna blend both of them together. As you can see, I'm still kneading, just making sure that my cassava is getting a smooth texture. So all you got to do is just pull and push, pull and push. There we go. Pull and push, Pull and push. You got it, girl. Pull and push. You got it. So after kneading, you can see our dough is nice and smooth. Now this is the fun part where you get to make shapes out of it and stuff like that. So you can make any shape you want, big or small. It's up to you. Your kneading is actually done, so you're good to go. So after you finish making your lovely cassava bread shapes, just wrap it up in plastic so when we start boiling it, the water won't seep through and mess up your cassava. So I couldn't find any banana leaves. I searched high and low. I couldn't find any banana leaves, so I just decided to wrap it in aluminum foil. So at this point, you're gonna put water in your pot, let it boil. When it starts boiling, then you're good to go to put your cassava bread inside, and then you're gonna set your timer for 30 minutes. It's gonna boil for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, you're all done. Your cassava bread is ready and good to go. So grab whatever you're gonna eat your cassava bread with and enjoy. And thank you guys for watching once again. And I will see you on my next video.